The potter. The Sumeru-Babylonian goddess Aruru the Great was the original potter who created human beings out of clay. She made man in the image of a god and infused him with the breath of heaven, which brought him to life. Aruru was also Ishtar, Inanna, Ninhursag, and Mami, or Mamatu. She was the first man, or Adam, out of clay, whom was also called Adama, the female earth. The Assyrians said she made 7 clay mother wombs for females and 7 clay mother wombs for males. The creatress of destiny, in pairs she completed them. The forms of the people, Mami forms. The biblical story of God's creation of Adam out of clay was plagiarized from ancient texts with the patriarch's usual sex change of the deity. In Mesopotamia, flesh is clay from images that were derived from the primitive matriarch, when all pottery belonged to women, considering that the art of pottery is a feminine invention. Among the primitive people, the ceramic art is found in the hands of women. Only under the influence of advanced culture does it become a man's occupation. The goddess was worshipped as a potter in the Jewish temple. When she received 30 pieces of silver as the price of a sacrificial victim, Zechariah 11:13. She owned the field of blood, symbolized as the menstruation, known also as Al-Seldama, where clay was mastered with the blood of victims so bought. Judas, who allegedly sold Jesus for the same price, was himself another victim of the potter. In the potter's field, he was either hanged, Matthew 27, or disemboweled, Acts 1:18, suggesting that the potter was none other than the goddess, who both created and destroyed. India's Kalima was the same creating and destroying goddess, with a special incarnation as Kelmari, the pot goddess, since she was made the first man out of clay. Her people were Aarons, from Era, meaning men of clay. Kelmari was related to Mari of Mesopotamia, or Marianne, or Miriam, or Mary, whose name was connected with the death of John the Baptist and Jesus. Her earth, which drank the blood of sacrificed men, might have been the same El-Sidama that drank the blood of Judas. Kali's other name, Maya, was the same as the Central American civilization, whose women created remarkable pottery. The oldest form of Maya pottery was known as Mammon, the grandmother. Von Hagen says pottery was woman. All we see of the remains of the Maya ceramic art was done by women. These are facts that should be stressed. In almost every place where pottery making was on an archaic level, Africa or Melanesia, pottery was women-made, and its design was women-inspired. Throughout the area of the Amazon, pottery was women's task. Women were the potters, so far as we know in ancient Peru. Early Greek and early Egyptian pottery was also made by women until the introduction of the potter's wheel. All superbly beautiful patterns found on pottery, as well as weaving, as we know as the Spider Woman, were conceived by women. The biblical God couldn't give birth, so he copied the next best creation technique and molded the first man out of clay, as the goddess did before him.